Please welcome 9-time Grammy-nominated, 6-time Dove Award winner, Natalie Grant. Natalie, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
So you're coming to Springfield here at the Gillioz Theatre October 26th, and we're so excited about that. What can we expect from that?
You know what? This night is so special. It's my husband and I, and if any of your viewers happen to catch any of our videos during the lockdown of 2020, we did something called A Song a Day Keeps the Crazies Away. And we ended up, we thought, well, we could do it every day. Like, how long is that thing going to last? Like 14, 15 days. And we ended up doing 81 songs. And it was just people coming into our living room, and playing our songs. And we had no idea how that was going to connect with so many people. I think last count was like 76 million people watched those videos.
Oh my
So we were like,
goodness.
maybe we should take our living room on the road. And my husband had not toured with me in 20 years. And so it's just him on a grand piano and myself, a little upright bass. It's intimate. We tell stories, we laugh and we cry. It's a perfect date night, but it's a night for all ages. And it's a family night. It's a really, really special night, honestly.
It does sound very special, and it sounds really unique. Now, you mentioned he hasn't traveled with you in 20 years. How long has your career spanned?
Well, my first record came out in 1999, and when I first started, he started as my piano player. And sure, he's come here and there. Like, he'll come out and do an event with me there, but like full-time touring with me. He's a songwriter and a producer who, he's had like 55 number one songs. So he ended up working with so many other people. I tried to keep him my secret, but everybody else discovered how talented he is. So he ended up just working in the studio, and that's his love, But I think one of the beautiful things about 2020 was we just rediscovered the simplicity of just he and I. And it was just such a beautiful time for us that we were like, let's just go out and do a few of these through the year. And we've loved it. We've loved it.
Yeah, that sounds just beautiful. Okay, one of my favorite songs of yours is "Held." I know it's an old one, but it speaks when there are no words to speak in situations. And all of your songs really are that deep in message and so strong in emotion. So I'm wondering, like, do you ever struggle with finding the inspiration you need to either keep writing that kind of song or even just to sing it with the conviction that you wrote the songs with?
You know what? It's interesting because I feel like I often say, like, I don't make records quickly. Like, a lot of artists can do them like every year or, every few months they're putting out content. And I say, I usually have to fall down in life. God has to pick me back up, and then I write a song about it.
Yeah.
And that takes time. Like, that process takes time. So a lot of these songs are either from, testimonies or stories of people I know, or from my own life of what God is teaching me. And so it never is hard for me to sing them because they really come from a very honest, transparent place. And I don't tire of it because I really am truly a live performer. And that, like, some people live for the studio, right? I just kind of go, I have to be in the studio so I can go back on the road. I love to, like, if I'm singing "Held" and I see you in the audience and I see how you connect with it, that for me is the payoff.
Yeah.
It's the
And that's why we enjoy watching you and listening to you so much as well. So what do you enjoy doing when you're not making music?
Oh, I have 3 daughters. I have twin daughters that are 16 and another daughter that's 12, and they are my life. So going to all of their activities, dance and their singing activities, and that takes up all of my time, and I don't ever want to miss a moment of it. Like, the twins are juniors in high school, and my husband and I, if he was in here right now and we talked about the fact that they only have 2 years left, we'd be crying. We're like, we're not ready. It's going too fast. But family is really everything to us. So that takes up our time.
Yes, absolutely. Are you reading anything right now that you want to share with us? What's inspiring you?
Outside of reading all of their, like, my youngest daughter's in a tutorial, so I feel like I'm reading her school books with her every single day. But not to be a Christian cliche, but I always read the Word of God because it helps. It actually helps maintain me throughout all the busyness and all the crazy of life. I don't have time to read chapters, but a verse that carries me through.
Yeah, I think that's the breath I get every single day. If I don't have that, I can't continue the day.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. Now, you've recently done a few collaborations with Dolly Parton, CeCe Winans. Tell me about those experiences.
I have a brand new record that's coming out October 6th. It's a covers record, for lack of a better word. But when you say that, I think sometimes people go, oh, that's just like the record people do when they're trying to have something in between the real records. Now, this is as real a record I've ever made. It's called Seasons. It's songs from different seasons of my life. And they were my dream list. And I just kept saying, you know what, I'll ask. And the worst that they can do is say no, but the best they could do is say yes. And people just kept saying yes. I'm like, I covered Shackles with Mary Mary. I did Step by Step with Dolly Parton, and my tribute with CeCe Winans, and Bridge Over Troubled Water with Tasha Cobbs. And it's like, I still kind of can't get over the list. Like, it's the first of my records in 24 years that I listen to every day.
Oh, wow. I love
my
it.
own record.
I love it. Now, we also recently watched you perform the national anthem right before the Republican debates last week. Tell me about that experience.
You know, it was an incredible experience, and I was so honored and privileged that they asked. I think that they saw me perform it at the national championship game for college football, which I got to do as well, which was such a privilege.
Fun.
And it's funny because my inner dialogue when doing the national anthem is always, do not forget the words. And it doesn't matter how many times you've done it, like, you're always going, don't forget the words, don't mess up the words, don't say the wrong words. And then in this environment, I just remember going, well, at a ball game, I'm like, kind of throwing my own spin on it, and people are screaming, and I'm looking out going, this is not a ball game, everyone's in suits, like, you have to be like respectful. So, but I'm like, but I also want to be myself, and this is the inner dialogue I'm having while the Rockets red glare.
Well, it was a lot of fun to watch. Now, you said you have a new album coming out. When can we find that?
October the 6th.
Okay, and do you have other things in the wings that we can look forward to?
Yeah, I'm headed out on a Christmas tour with my friend Danny Goki. We do it every year. This is our 8th annual Celebrate Christmas tour, and we are so, it's our favorite tour of the year. Christmas is my favorite time of the year, and I cannot believe we're even talking about it already because it's already basically September. But that is what's going on.
All right, Natalie. Well, I mean, so much to look forward to. You're so talented. We all just adore you so much. And thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you for having me. It was a privilege, and you're beautiful. Thank you for having me. We'll see you soon.
Okay.